some bronze. I have some bronze laying around. Here are all these little decorative items. And some of these, actually, let me just make sure. They absolutely have some variation to them. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Banished with your host, Midnight. And last we left off, we were looking at the decorations. So we were doing a deep dive in Colonial Charter. For those of you who are just joining, and put a like if you like the series, leave comments in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. So we made our way through a ton of these decorations, and we're gonna continue on. I think we're getting into the fountain area, the planter bases and stuff. I believe we haven't set those down yet. Maybe some of them we did, or we did no, this was the flower bed, so we didn't do the flower bases yet. So let's look at some of these flower bases. That's a large round, and then there's like a small round. And here's a large round, which is flat. And what's kind of cool with these, I believe, is that you can plant like a tree. Maybe you have to do the ghost item. You could plant a ghost item in there, which would look really nice to have that kind of, you know, border around the tree and stuff. So if I put in like a ghost tree, or yeah, absolutely. So I could stick a ghost tree in there and it would look really nice. Or plant even, you know, some sort of flower bush or something like that. That would be pretty sweet. You know, you can get into like these little flowers and stuff. Yeah, that would look really nice. I mean, you know, you need to think about how you're going to decorate, but I like that combination right there. This is a large square for a planter, and we have like a little traditional pot, so you can put some flowers in there. And then if you wanted a wide planter, there's a wide planter. And none of these have variations on them. They are what they are. But at least, you know, if you want to do some decoration around your house, you want to make it look more like, instead of just wild things growing all over the place, you want to make it look more like a lived-in look, you know, more of a landscaped look. These are going to be the options that you're going to wind up choosing. And so now they have, in this next one over, it's, if you want to have like resource decoration, let me just clear this land. I have a leftover piece there. If you want to have various items laying around, like I want a pile of bricks or some, you know, some bronze. I have some bronze laying around. Here are all these little decorative items, and some of these, actually, let me just make sure, they absolutely have some variation to them. So each one of these items seems like it's going to have multiple variations on them. The bronze, you're right, it's a number of stacking. So this was the original one I put down. So you know, here's the next one. Got a single bronze item, a double bronze item. Then we go back to the original, and then again with this building supplies, we have variations on the building supplies. So really, really nice in relation to trying to have variation of the decorations that you're putting down. Too bad I can't zoom in anymore. I'd show you that in more detail, but so this is like, you know, you've got a lived-in city. They seem to have 4 variations each. You've got a lived-in city, you've got some buildings around, and you want to start putting down decorations around the building. Just because you want to have, you know, something more than the standard. This is where these items are going to come into place. And these are really cool. You know, this is the things that I really didn't get into when I was playing the modding and doing the challenge. I didn't really understand all of these variations. So the fact that this little deep dive that I'm going through is really helping me understand, you know, what the variations of things are here. I don't see a variation between this one and that one. There's 2 that look just like this, but I'm sure they're not the same. There's something different about them, but I'm missing it. There's supposed to be, I guess there's 5 variations here on some of these. But maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I put down too many here. Maybe I doubled up on that one. Let's see, what was that one? That was, wasn't copper pipes. It was, copper ore. So here's the variation on the copper pipes. Yeah, it looks like 4. For some reason, I must have messed up on that other one. Pile of feathers. And let's get into fire bundle decoration. This is really cool. So if you have like a fire bundling building, I mean, that would be nice to have around. I mean, any of these, you know? Even around the building, you want to have a stockpile of wood sitting there to make it look like somebody's, you know, moving in. It's getting their wood gathered. Little furnace fuel. Little individual. I see homewares. What is this? Furniture pile? Nice. Have a stack of furniture laying around your building. Fancy furniture. Let's see, what a glass pile. That's kind of interesting. I can't really tell what it is, you know? Can't tell if it's like windows or I don't know. Here's another one where the variation between 1 and 2 were I can't tell the difference. There probably is a difference in the texture. I thought it was the handle for a second, but I see the handle. Maybe it's something around the side. I'm not entirely sure, but there is probably a variation in there. Otherwise, the person that did this kind of wasted some space. It's interesting that gold's in a chest. The gold ore is out in the open. Hardwood pile, probably the same as a regular wood pile. Hull components. I guess that's like a port or something, you know, like a window. Let's see, iron piles. Let's see, where was I? Iron piles, joist piles. Lamp oil pile. Lumber piles. Cool. I like the lumber piles. They stand out. They're nice and white. They kind of tannish. They stand out. Pewter piles stand out too. Let's see, the rope piles. Cool. I'm liking the coils. I don't understand what the variation. Maybe there's only 3 variations on that. But it goes to the next one. So again, here's another instance of I can't tell the difference between 2 of those variations. Got a rug pile. Salt pile. See if I can get a little bit larger. Let's come down here. We have a pile of stuff all over the place. Little sand pile. Silver. Interesting. The difference between the silver chest and the other one, the gold chest. Just a different color in the chest, but I like that. It's pretty neat. Silver ore. Stone piles. Tin pile. Nice. Tin is very similar to the pewter. The slight color difference in the gradient. Tin ore. And the log piles. Nice. Alright, let's look at vegetables. Wow, we've done a lot. I mean, there is a lot of decorations, just an absolute lot of decorations. So if you wanted to put down, let's try to get in as close as we can. Some bamboo. I don't see the variation in the bamboo. Is there a variation in the wheat? There are no variations in this. Let's, I don't want to have to start it, because I want to keep it in summertime. Let's, go back to this. It seems like there's no variation. I missed one. Missed the wheat. Yeah, I can hit the button, but there's nothing that's changing on it, so... So these are nice. I mean, again, you know, you look at these and you're like, what can I do with these? And these are just great decorations to kind of stick around the house. I mean, I could see this in a planter. If you put out a planter, it's a nice way to kind of have like a backyard garden going on. To make that look really nice. I mean, there's just a ton of these that you can have laying around. What is that supposed to be? Hemp? Oh, funny. It looks like a Christmas tree almost. Lettuce, butter lettuce. Oak lettuce, wow. Romaine lettuce. Wow, a ton of different types of lettuce in here. Bunch of different leafy vegetables. Wild corn. Should have been spreading these out a little bit more. I start spreading these out. Little mushrooms. Wow, the oat's kind of big. Field onions. What is this? Parsnip. Peppers. I like the pepper. Man, you know, I really wish the developer would have given us a way to zoom in all the way to the ground level. Either his models are not that great, or I don't know why he didn't want us to go down any farther. But it would be nice to get up on top of these and get a good look at these. Pretty stuff, though. I mean, pretty stuff. This is where I was lacking with my understanding of Colonial Charter. Oops. The save game got me. Just all of these variations on the decorations and stuff. You know, so if you're new to Banished, you don't have all these decorations. You have a limited amount of decorations. And so, you know, a limited amount of buildings too. When you get into Colonial Charter, though, it really expands out the buildings. You know, if you wanted to place down animals, again, the animals don't have any kind of variation on them. Looks like they're the same. I'm gonna have to rotate each one of these. Are you kidding me? Llamas, bison, pigs. And these aren't, they aren't animated either. It's just for pure decoration only. Got a cat, that's cool. An elephant, are you kidding me? European bison. Farm cow, fox, a frog, wow. Too small, can't see it. Giraffe. A couple different giraffes. Got a goat. A couple different goats. Black goat. Got a hare. He's in the middle of running? I don't know what that hare is doing. It's the weirdest looking hare I've seen. Is that a monkey? Oh, a leopard. A little pig. A couple different pigs. Wolf. Another rabbit. A couple different rabbits. A ram. A rhino. A fox. Rooster. A couple different sheep, which is good. A couple different style horse, pony variations. Snow what? Snow wolf. A walrus. What? You know, some of these are kind of out of place, but some of these animals are more Saharan type related animals. But okay. It gets a little direction signs. It's got a one-way sign. That was a one-way sign. Variations on this sign. Interesting. We've got a two-way sign with variations. I guess I rotated that before. A three-way sign. And a four-way. And then what is this? Kind of a corner sign. Ah, interesting. And the other direction corner sign. Nice, you have a little signpost. Go through your building. We have some other little bits, which is, let's just move over here a little bit. A privy. Did the privy have a variation? I couldn't tell, no. Punishment. Wow, different variations of punishment here. Okay, wow. Lots of punishment. Lots of punishment. Some gallows. I don't see a variation on the gallows, though. Scarecrow. No variation on the scarecrow. The lamp, on the other hand. A nice three different types of lamps, which is pretty nice. A wooden bench. Let's rotate that around, actually. We'll leave it like that for now. Two different variations on the wooden bench. We'll rotate this around. Stone bench. Autosave got me. Two different variations on the stone bench. Hardwood bench. Seems like just one variation on the hardwood bench. Table. With food and without food. And, ooh, different placement of stuff on the table. This is the first one. So 3 different variations on the table. Barrel cask. I'm sure there's several. Oh, absolutely. Where did I start off with? Wow, look at all these. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, that was the first one. The second one was kind of offset, I guess. It was a little weird. This one looks a little different. I don't know why. Again, some of these don't make a lot of sense. Unless you can get up on top of it, I don't see the variation of that. And then we get back to this. Like these two on the end, I don't see it. I can't get close enough to see the difference between the two. Crates. I'm sure we're going to have a bunch of different variations on crates. A lot of different combinations you can put down. Some of these small carts, I love these carts, to be honest with you. I think these are fantastic little decoration items. Because they have so many different variations of them. And they just look good. Same with the large cart. And let's see, let's go back into, what do we got here? We got a large cart, log decorations. Is that something different? Oh, it's offset a little bit. Okay, so maybe that's the difference between the ones that I'm not seeing, is that they're kind of offset slightly. A couple different rock styles here. Wow. I have a feeling we have a lot of rocks to choose from. Back to the beginning. That was small rocks, so these are large rocks. Wow. Oops, I was off by that one. We're running out of space here. Very neat. Are we back at the beginning? I don't think so. I think we are. Maybe we are. Yeah, maybe we are. A small pile of rocks. Different looks. It looks like there was only 3 in there. Campfires. I really don't see the variation in the campfires at all. Couple different fountain types. Playgrounds. I know that there's a handful of little playground items. Yeah, just... I want to say that that's... I still haven't reached the end of this. This is... Still... No, maybe I did. I'm having a hard time telling these two. Maybe it's just because the way my angle is. So these two are duplicates of those other two in the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different items there for playground items. We've got some ponds. I don't see any variation on that pond. And I don't see any variation. So small pond, big pond. Windmill props. Looks like just 2. I don't see any difference of that. The trough. A couple different variations on the trough. I placed that one already, so this is a side one. Interesting. And lastly, we've got some monuments. And there's only seems like it's one shrine memorial thing. Only seems like one. Okay, some cleaning stuff. I've got a cleaning tub. One without water, one with soap. A cleaning bucket, one with soap. Okay, I don't see any variation on the bucket. Different cleaning fountains. Wood, stone. Just wood and stone. And clotheslines. One with poles, one without poles. In large and short variation. A really large one over here. Let's get rid of this. Let's go back to the clothing line here. Where's the... Oops. There it is. So we did that one. It's this one. That's really high up there. Different angles. Really large clothesline. And then we're back. Are we back to the beginning? Why do I feel that one's identical? Maybe these other two in the top were identical. No. Oh, it's clothes variation. No way. Oh, absolutely. And there's a ton of them. I'm not going to go through them all. But that's really neat. So when you get to these latter ones, you're looking at different close variations, right? And these are the diagonal ones. And then look at this one. So that one is kind of representing of another variation. So 3 different variation of close in the clothesline. That's really neat. Okay, and then the ghost blocks. And the ghost blocks are... The ghost blocks are... They allow you to put down a block over another item. So if I have a building here, and I thought, okay, well, the stone would be nice, I could put down this stone variation. Now, unfortunately, the pattern is flipping on me, so I don't know if that's looking very good or not, but if I wanted to cover up an item, I could. And there's a ton of ghost blocks. So every item in the decoration tree, in the normal decoration tree, has is duplicated in the ghost blocks. And so if you needed to have some sort... See, this is not coming out square, though. It's kind of interesting that tile is not... These tiles are not coming out square. And I don't know why they're not coming out square, but it doesn't say that it's a diagonal. It's supposed to be coming out square, but it's not. So... Oh, ground corners. Sorry. My mistake. They are supposed to be corner pieces. So my mistake. So that's pretty much it. Little flower patches and stuff. Sweet. I think that pretty much covers the entire colonial charter. So we've done it all. We've wrapped it up. It's a huge endeavor to put down all of these pieces. So if you haven't already, go back and look through the old or the earlier versions of this. I put down all the buildings and their variations. I wound up putting down roads. We wound up going into the production items are over here. We wound up doing farms and fields and ports, and then we wound up doing storage and trade platforms, and we got into the civic buildings, which are all the churches and the government buildings. We wound up coming up, I believe, in this area here, which are some of the what was it? The production, not the food production, but the resource production areas. We did the resource production, and we did refined resources. Those are these buildings all up in here. We wound up going up into and doing the dock area. We messed around with the key buildings, and I wasn't very good at it. Here's the other thing I don't understand is how do you get rid of some of the buildings that I put down? Because I've tried to get rid of these things, and they just haven't gone away. So here are some of these. I think they're the ghost blocks, and they didn't go away. So if anybody has a suggestion on that. The key buildings, I'm going to have to mess with that some more. Clearly, I didn't get it right, and it doesn't look right. I think the buildings are supposed to be facing out into the water. I am not entirely sure how it's all supposed to work. Here is the dock buildings. We wound up putting in the Indian-related stuff. There's some of it over here as well. This was a shipyard that we couldn't fit in anywhere else. This is the military portion of it, and the forts related and stuff like that, and the castle keep and the urban housing and stuff. These are the multi-layered urban housing. Then we went down and we started to do. We did the bridges as well. So these are the river bridges or the stream bridges, and we have the river bridges were put in over here. All the river bridges. There's some other items over here as well, mainly ship-related items. And we went down into here, which is my mining area. These are all the mining buildings. And then we started working on decorations. And this is all of the decorations. All of these pieces right here. And I'm zoomed out. And you think that this is part of this forest, but it's not. These are all decoration pieces right here. So I hope you found this useful. I found it incredibly useful. I finally got to see all the little pieces all put together. All these cool little buildings and stuff. And I like it. I mean, I think I'm ready for my next adventure into colonial charters, having a slightly better understanding, and I can go back and use this for reference too as well. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much. That ends this particular series, and we'll look for another Banished series. We'll be starting another Banished series soon. All right, you guys have a good one. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that like button if you like the video, and subscribe to our channel so you can stay on top of all of our latest video releases. I release content almost every day. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.